Hi everyone, welcome back. This is Deborah and today I'm going to be finishing my doily tote bag. So I've gone ahead and I have joined it up together, and I've also boxed the corners. So I've got about a 4-inch box on the corners, and this is the inside. I've just got the plain white, so I want to line it. I've also got some straps, just some white webbing for the straps. And what I've done is I've got this foam, and I've gone ahead and put it on the inside. So this is the lining, the pink dots, and I just quilted it every 2 inches across both pieces. However, I then decided I wanted to use a couple more of the doilies. So I've put these large doilies on and quilted through them as well to hold it on. And they're both holding on okay at the moment. But now I want to put a pocket on it. So I've got a little bit of fabric that just happens to be left over, which seems to be about the correct size. So I'm going to go and sew that and turn this into a pocket. That's sewn up, so I'll just clip the corners so that I can turn it. Of course, my bobbin ran out as I started to sew it. I don't know why that always happens, but it always seems to. So I want to put the pocket there, I think. Just grab a couple of pins and put it in. That looks about centered. You could measure it if you wanted to. So I think it's about, what, 3.5 or so inches. So I could probably go over this way a little bit. And I'm guessing about 2 inches from the top. So you're 2.5 inches from the top. That seems to be round about the correct place that I would put this. I'll just pin so I don't move it before I take it to the to the sewing machine. Now the plan now is just to sew around the 3 backstitch top and bottom here so that I get a nice pocket, and then I'm going to come back and I'll cut the edges off these. Alright, the pocket's on there, so now I'm going to cut the edges off these sides. Should be able to just go through like that, I would think. Yep, I'll keep that, of course, because it will come in handy for other things, I'm sure. Now I will put these together. Now you can see that I've pieced the foam together because I didn't have enough of a big piece. But I still think it'll be all right because it's on the inside. I don't think you're really going to notice it once it's all put together. So now I'm going to go and sew the side seams together and sew the bottom together, and then I can box the corners. Okay, that's done, all sewn up. And now I will put the handles on the outside. So I'm going to put the handles, let me see, I'm going to come across, what have I got? I've got 13 inches, so half is at the 6.5, so probably here, I think, at the 3. That seems like it's the place to be. Now I'm just going to come up 3 inches from this side and put that here. I'll just make sure that's not twisted. They should both be lying flat and follow the curve around. That's okay, that works. And then on the other side, we will just measure them off here. So my first stop will be to go and fix these in place so that they don't wobble around when I'm putting the next bit on. And what I'm going to do now, having tacked the handles down, is put this into the center. So right sides are now together. And when I sew this on, I'm going to leave a gap so I can turn it into the correct way. But I will match up my side seams. I'll just make sure that when I pop this on, it's going to fit around there, which it should. I meant to tell you that my handles measure around about 18 inches each. Most people do their handles at 22, I think. I don't like really long handles on a bag. I've got long arms and the bags tend to drag along the ground, these sorts of bags, if I do the handles too long. So that's why I'm doing them at 18 this time. Now I have to turn this out, which is always more difficult when you've got the foam, and I think I've made the opening a tiny bit too small. I'm just going to unpick those stitches. Now the reason I didn't put the batting or the foam on the doily side is because I didn't want to have the lines going through the doilies. So that's why I put it on the inside. I don't normally do that, so I have no idea if it's going to work, but all we can do is try. Make sure you pop the bottom of the bag out too. Now I'm going to have to go and sew this up here so that I don't have the raw edges there. Now I think it's tending to go over on the inside like that. I'm going to just let it do that. That seems to be what it wants to do. It's not affecting the bag at all, but I think I will leave that turned over like that and just go and fix that and then top stitch all the way around at the same time. There you go. I've sewed my bag up. Now what I did was I sewed one row to shut it, and then when I did the second top stitch around the top here, I pushed the handles back and sewed across them, because otherwise they wouldn't have been caught up in that backward sort of, they'd be down in the bag rather than up where they are now. I've just got some threads to cut. Now it's quite a sturdy little bag. It's got some body to it, which I quite like, but I think if I made another one I probably wouldn't line it next time, because it has created a lot of bulk at the side seams here, which you can see, and I've had to put a little pleat in that to make it fit. But I like that I've used the doilies inside, and I like I've got a little pocket in there, so if I wanted to, you know, pop something in like a D-ring, well, I wouldn't be taking a D-ring with me, but you get the message, then I could. And it's quite sturdy. It's very sturdy actually. It's, you know, not going anywhere because of that foam, and it's got some sturdy handles on it. So that's it. I finished my doily bag. I certainly think I'm going to be using it. I don't know if I showed you, I actually put a yo-yo and a button on after I finished filming the last time I filmed this. So that's something that I did add to it off camera. But other than that, it's the same as it was when I made it. And I think it's very cool and a lovely way to use your old doilies. But just remember my tip about maybe not lining it because of the bulk that gets created. So I'm guessing that maybe if I'd, although I'd still have to put something on, you'd have to have something around the top to hide those raw edges. So just keep keep that in the back of your head if you're going to make one, that it is a bit bulky. This side's fine, but this side's a bit of a hot mess. But I'll go and sew that down a bit more so that it's not so noticeable. I'll just run a stitch through there, and I'll also go and reinforce my handles again, I think. just to make sure that if I, put something heavier in it, that the handles don't fall off. They've been stitched twice, but I'll give them another, back stitch over them a couple more times to finish it off. But that's it. So I hope you like that, and I hope that you'll make one of your own doily tote bags or some other sort of doily bag. And that's it for now. I will be back soon. Catch you next time. Thanks for watching. Cheers.